Hello, I'm Kayla Schulte, and I'm going to talk about my recent research article titled Real-Time Air Quality Channels, a Technology Review of Emerging Environmental Alert Systems. In this article, I present a systematic technology review of emerging air quality information sources, that is, sources that supply air pollution estimates or readings in real time or near real time, often through mobile apps or website interfaces. I also introduced the term air quality or AQ channel as a comprehensive label for these emerging digitally enabled and internet connected information sources. From a theoretical standpoint, AQ channels are conceptualized as hybrid products of air pollution information or data and the communication mechanisms by which they diffuse through a population. Rogers' theory of the diffusion of innovations and Jasanoff's concept of co-production are leveraged here to better understand AQ channel dynamics throughout the population of London in the United Kingdom. This research was motivated by a growing body of evidence that suggests AQ channels may reduce the burden of air pollution-related adverse health outcomes at the population level. Specific studies have indicated that AQ channels can support widespread adoption of exposure-reducing behaviors, or ERBs, during high pollution events through the informational or semi-personalized messaging interventions that they provide. As AQ channels and other individual-level digital health interventions become increasingly prevalent, it is important to examine how patterns of access and information delivery can affect air pollution exposures for which portions of the population, and whether air pollution exposure inequality is maintained or possibly exacerbated. This gap in the literature prompted the following research questions. Which AQ channels are freely available to individuals in the City of London, UK? And when and where are these channels accessed? To respond to these research questions, I conducted a systematic technology review and an in-depth analysis of the sample of the resulting AQ channels. For the technology review, I employed online research methods, including the construction of search terms and manual metadata harvesting. In addition, statistical analyses and a structured content analysis was applied to examine access patterns in the resulting AQ channels. The systematic technology review resulted in a data set containing 54 AQ channels, refined from a total of 274. The key findings from this study are that air quality channels rely on common mechanisms and models to deliver pollution estimates. Specifically, 33 of the resulting 54 channels can be traced back to 12 air pollution modeling operations, 6 of which are conducted by the government and 6 by commercial organizations. There is high variability in the geographic scope for which air pollution estimates are delivered across the 54 channels reviewed. If individuals are seeking air quality information associated with their precise physical location, most AQ channels are incapable of providing it. Many of the AQ channels are marketed as being open access, freely available, or empowering services, which, despite not charging a fee, request privileged access to a personal device's camera and location services or to deposit browser cookies. This suggests that data is being gathered, arguably as a form of payment. It is important to consider how narratives of fear and empowerment are operationalized across AQ channels to establish a market of concerned individuals that will purchase personal sensors, masks, air filters, or accept passive logging of personal data. Peaks in access to major AQ channels, including London Air and the Breathe London pilot, appear to coincide with the publication of journalistic pieces published in The Guardian and not with high pollution events. Some aspects that are beyond the scope of this study, as well as limitations, include its exclusive focus on London, UK, and a lack of attention to AQ channel use that has increased in Asia, particularly in China and India, where a greater number of individuals are exposed to more dangerous concentrations of air pollution on a regular basis. The results related to access presented in this study are not necessarily representative of population-level patterns of access to AQ channels. More detailed, sociodemographically linked user analytics data is necessary to uncover whether patterns relating to education, caretaking, or personal health bias can be observed at the population level. Finally, as this is a rapidly evolving technology, several of the AQ channels reviewed in this study have since transformed. Conclusions and opportunities for future research emerging from this study include an emphasis on practicing participatory methods to approach air pollution information communication, whereby lived experiences of affected individuals and diverse understandings of the problem of air pollution can become materialized through AQ channel sensing, data handling, and display infrastructures. Furthermore, involving residents throughout state-managed environmental data production processes can facilitate the development of more equitable evidence bases for policy development and air quality governance while helping combat against data exploitative enterprises. For more information about this research, please read this article, which is shown in the link below.